Horse Racing Nation is here at the Breeders' Cup Santa Anita 2012, and we are talking about the Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic, one of the best fields we've seen in recent years. Two of our selections, Matt, I think are the undefeated fillies.
Absolutely.
My Miss Aurelia for you, and for me it's Awesome Feather. So we're going to do a little video edition of Point Counterpoint if you're up for it.
Sounds good.
You want to start with My Miss Aurelia? Why do you like her?
For me, it goes back to the Saratoga season when I was up there, covered Saratoga for Horse Racing Nation, and I got to see My Miss Aurelia schooling one day. It was just one of those things that happened, and she was such an impressive animal, mature, strong, athletic, and Steve Asmussen was there, and I just happened to say to him, wow, she looks amazing. And he's usually pretty brief in what he's interacting with people, and he said, no, she is amazing. So I got to see her run in that overnight stake that she just ran away with at Saratoga. So that's where it started for me with My Miss Aurelia.
Fair enough. And likewise, I guess I've been on Awesome Feather's fan wagon for quite a bit. I liked her a lot in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile fillies, which she won 2 years ago. She won easily at Churchill, and she's won all of her races easily. Awesome Feather is, I think, a special filly. She's not like My Miss Aurelia in that she's not a big, large, muscled-out filly. She's kind of a little thing, but she's got the heart of a champion and the will to win. I think she is ready for a dogfight, and that's what I expect in this race. There's so many good fillies that I'm looking for the toughest one, and I have no question in stating that Awesome Feather is the toughest filly in here.
Well, I appreciate you saying toughest, because there's without question My Miss Aurelia is the toughest filly in the race, and that's why I like her so much. The next race where I got to see her was in the Cotillion at Parks, where she met up with Questing, and at that time Questing was the talked about horse. Everybody was talking about Questing. We all put her in our top 10s on the polls, and the race went, everything was going Questing's way. She got on the lead, got a nice easy 3/4 of a mile in 1:14, and My Miss Aurelia dug in and put her head down and went by her in the stretch, and I was really impressed with that. So talk about tough. I think My Miss Aurelia has that. I don't know if Awesome Feather is going to get loose on the lead like she has been in all her races, so I'm interested to see her face a little bit of competition.
Actually, I like Awesome Feather's racing style a lot. She's not a filly that needs to lead anyway. She'll stalk just like she did in the Breeders' Cup a couple years ago in most of her races, actually, where she makes her move on the turn and takes over the race. I'm a little worried, on the other hand, about My Miss Aurelia coming off just a light sprint against really no competition at Saratoga, and then having that really tough race in Parks. 2 races she's had since her long layoff, coming off such a tough race, and now facing probably quite a bit tougher field. I think My Miss Aurelia is it's going to be hard pressed for her to come back as well as she did in the Cotillion. I have a lot of respect for her. I think she's one of the biggest competitors for Awesome Feather, but I worry that she's not going to be at her best after that tough race in Philadelphia Parks.
Well, I mean, I have your favorite Stone Street colors on my side, so that's another really important thing. But the last thing with My Miss Aurelia is that she's been here at Santa Anita for about a month, since the Cotillion, and all reports are that she is training about as well as any horse on the backside here at Santa Anita.
Yeah, she's obviously a good 3-year-old, but she is a 3-year-old, and Awesome Feather's an older horse. I think Awesome Feather has proven this year with her 2 performances that she is in better form than she's ever been. I'm not saying something for a champion who's won 10 for 10. Her race in Florida this year was awesome. She demolished a field in the Sunshine Millions distaff, and then her race at Belmont she ran a 1:33 and change mile. So Awesome Feather is the real deal. I also think she has more in the tank And if you're looking for a horse that's working well, Chad Brown has just been raving about Awesome Feather all summer. She couldn't be doing better. Chad Brown's walking around Santa Anita with a big smile on his face, and I think a big part of that is Awesome Feather, and for good reason.
So we will see when the Ladies Classic goes off if either Awesome Feather or My Miss Aurelia become the first filly to win juvenile fillies and then win the Ladies Classic. It's never happened before.
That's right. That's
so
right.
We shall see.
That's an interesting. Double. Never happened before. They're also one of them could very well become. Hopefully, we're hoping that one of them becomes only the second filly ever to win the Distaff, now the Ladies Classic, while still undefeated. So a lot of good things, a lot of good signs here. I wish My Miss Aurelia and you luck. You'll be looking at Awesome Feather cross the finish line first, though, Matt.
Okay, we shall see, and look at Horse Racing Nation for all your information for the Breeders' Cup.
Thank you.